Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, this is Megneous and welcome to our March edition of our YouTube Revenue and Growth Report. March was such a busy, insane month and we have so much growth to show for it. I'm very excited to be sharing this information with all of you because we indeed have sort of like a big announcement that will happen later. So let's go ahead and jump directly into this before I forget what in the world that I was going to say. So, for last month, for February, in terms of videos, we made 28 videos, which was perfectly fine, because I did miss a few days, but I did some extra videos other days. February has 28 days, and that's really my goal, to at least have one video per day of the month. So February was fine for 28. With March, despite the fact that March has 31 days, I managed to put out 34 videos. So 34 videos for March, bringing us to a total at the end of March for 134 videos. It's sort of insane that I am the size that I am, given the fact that I only have 134 videos, but this was all very, very lucky for me, and I'm very thankful. In terms of subscribers, the last month for February, we got 1,522 subscribers, which was a lot, and I was very moved at that time, but March, of course, went out with 4,708, bringing us to a total number of subscribers at the end of March of 6,365. Of course, now that's much higher. I believe now it's April 5th in the United States, and at this point we currently have 7,200 subscribers. So yes, it is much higher than that now. We continue to grow. I keep thinking that eventually the growth spurt is going to end and we're going to go back to more realistic growth, but it continues to grow each and every time, each month. So we're just going to continue assuming that this is going to happen, but maybe not for revenue. We'll see about that in a little bit. Anyway, for views for February, we had 357,920. For March, of course, we win again with 1,197,977 views. That is a lot of views. It's a little bit difficult for me to imagine, actually, that we have that many views. Indeed, in total, if you count all of the minutes and hours that everyone has watched my videos over the course of March, it adds up to over 17 years of real time. What? 17 years. I know that some of my subscribers watch these videos. If you are one of my subscribers, I thank you so much for contributing to this 17 years. You guys are awesome, and you make me so happy and giddy and little butterflies in my stomach. For revenue, of course, this is the big thing that everyone always wants to see. Revenue for February was $670.25, which was a lot, and I was surprised. But March is $2,397.66. This is our first month where I can officially say that using YouTube, I am making more revenue, not equal to, but more revenue than I was with a full-time 40-hour-per-week job. And this is not saying that this YouTube job is not a whole lot of work, but indeed, I enjoy this much, much more than a full-time job. So for all of you who have supported me up to this point, thank you so much, and I really hope this doesn't randomly stop anytime soon, because it would be really cool to be able to do this as a full-time thing for a long-term commitment. That would be really, really awesome. I'm going to take this moment to talking about the $2,400 that I earned. What would happen if I were to join a network? Joining a network would put me at approximately, assuming the industry standard, which I believe is a scam of 60-40, that's you receive 60% of your revenue and the network receives 40, I would have only received $1,400, which clearly you cannot live off of that. Well, most people can't. Whereas $2,400 is much more doable. So indeed, at this point in my YouTube career, joining a network would force me to have to get another job. Whereas if I am not with a network, I can indeed live entirely off of my YouTube revenue. That's pretty awesome. That being said, now that I am as big as I am and getting approximately 1,200,000 views per month, networks are actually willing to negotiate and give me better deals now, including one offer I've gotten for 100% of my revenue going to me, up to a threshold of $4, CPM or RPM or something like that. And then after that, it would be 80% to me, 20% to the network. So they actually only profit if they make sure that I get a lot of money per view, which is much more fair, I think, in my opinion. But anyway, that's not the focus of this video. This video, we're going to talk about the future of the growth and revenue of Megneous. It's just worth noting that at this point I am getting network offers, which maybe I may even accept at some point. They're beginning to get decently fair at this point. So for those of you who have your own channels, hold out on joining a network until you're larger, because you're sure as heck not going to get a good deal when you're only getting 1,000 views per day. So future goals. What could our future goals be at the point where we can already support ourselves 100% on YouTube revenue? Well, myself, as Megneous, I would like to say that over the past 2 weeks, the second 2 weeks of March, which I like to look at the first 2 weeks of a month and then the second 2 weeks, the second 2 weeks of March, we were averaging approximately $125 per day. So, assuming that we keep that up, then we can set a goal as approximately $3,750 by April 30th, but I'm going to make a guesstimation and assume that we're not going to make it quite to that, because I think we were experiencing sort of a peak. I think we're going to go under $2,400, maybe I think, perhaps, go under $2,400 for the totality of May. Not May, April, yeah, April. But we may continue growing after that. I think that maybe March was a real peak month, and we may slow down just a little bit after this. Of course, that's just a guess. I may be completely wrong. I hope I'm wrong. It would be really, really cool to get $3,750 from YouTube for April, of course. And it would be cool to put that into my retirement account. So, all of that considered, we have had an amazing month of growth, an amazing amount of interaction with audience as well. I'm getting all sorts of sort of a new series going on to my subscriber servers on Minecraft to say hello, having all sorts of interactions that I never thought were really possible for someone like me. My subscribers seem to really enjoy spending time with me, which I think is like just a bonus on top of all of the pay and cool stuff like that. So yeah, it's totally awesome. Our Facebook also is blowing up, so eventually we're going to have enough people following on the Facebook group to have real conversations there as well, and maybe at some point we'll have streaming events, and I would like to follow in the footsteps of Kurt J. Mac and perhaps do some sort of charity donation thing as well. I think that would make me feel good in my soul. So that's about all I have to say for this episode. If you would like to subscribe to this channel, please feel free to. If you enjoy gaming and you don't only want to hear about YouTube channel stuff, join me over on my gaming channel. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Megneous, and I will see you next month.